get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no, it ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
Welcome, everyone, to today's episode of 6 Feet Apart with Sean and TJ. As always, we're filming at the lovely Felix C. Martin Jr. Hall in Greenville, Kentucky.
Isn't she lovely?
Isn't she lovely? Edit that right out. Our guest today is the Director of Tourism here in Muhlenberg County.
Yes.
No stranger to tourism around these parts. But Beth Newman, welcome, Beth.
Thank you for having me.
Great to see some folks actually having some plans for tourism.
Yes, we are really excited to actually get to do some things now.
Yeah, it's been a quiet summer around here.
It has. It
So,
has.
usually lots of things going on, and this is sort of a new role for you in the last year or two, isn't it?
Yes, it is. As most people know me, I worked at the Greenville Tourism Commission for almost 9 years and did Saturdays on the Square and Squash and Gobble. But then I left to kind of focus on my family. And I had been home about a year or so, and the group at the Muhlenberg County Tourism Commission approached me to come and to see if I would be interested in doing that for them because it's only a part-time role. And I've discovered that I've really enjoyed it. I started out interim, and now I'm all the time, and it's part-time, so I work about 12 to 15 hours a week. That still allows a lot of time to focus on my family, and it's really a perfect job to balance family and my job, and I still get to do what I love and take care of my family at the same time. So.
We had you on our advisory council here
Mhm.
with Greenville Tourism, and then we said a tearful goodbye when you left there,
And then she showed up.
and then we brought you back. It's
I
like the mob.
know.
Every time you think you're out, we pull you back in.
I know, but I have to say, I'm really excited to be back in, though.
Well, we're glad to have you back, and glad that you were able to get back into tourism and in a way that
Yeah.
that fits your schedule.
Yep.
So, all those years of Greenville Tourism, you mentioned two biggies: Saturdays on the Square and Squash and Gobble. I know Squash and Gobble is going virtual
Going
this
virtual this year.
year. So,
I'm excited. I'm excited to participate virtually, too.
yeah, and I bet
So.
you're excited to not have to put it on.
Well, I tell you, it was, I would say it's a lot to get going virtually, to get all those artisans' information up and on the web. I'd say that's very time consuming. And it's really crazy, but in some senses, you don't miss all the time away from your family, but the excitement of building an event, you do kind of miss that part of it.
Yeah.
So
It was always, and the relief of
yes,
going well and pulling it off.
But it is always fun to go to an event and not have to build it.
We love to go to shows and just sit back and watch.
Yes,
them.
exactly. I enjoyed Squash and Gobble the last couple of years of just taking my kids and doing the kids stuff. And
TJ always sits and looks at the lighting and figures out how that's working and where that's going to go, and how that's rigged,
Yeah.
when that's
exactly.
going to happen,
fun.
when
It's
they're going
fun.
to use that. So,
Oh, I wish they'd done that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm going to use that one.
Yeah. But so county tourism, and what does that encompass really?
that encompasses, of course, the entire county. We are funded through a hotel tax, so we are kind of focused on working on generating overnights and attractions that do that. But our focus, before I was just focused on Greenville. Well, now it's Greenville and Central City, and we try really hard to branch out. We try to focus a lot on Lake Malone. We feel like that's really an asset to our community. And so that's kind of what I'm here to talk to you about today.
Like that was a nice segue because
It was. I'm excited that we are for sure going to have, no questions, that we're going to have the Lake Malone Dock Trot. Now, did you guys hear about it, or did you get to go last year?
yeah.
You did. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but it was really well received and went really well, and we're really excited we can offer it. And basically, what this event is, it's going to happen on September 19th. It's going to start at 3 in the afternoon, and the grand finale of the night is going to be at 7:30 with fireworks. And basically, you get in your boat and you cruise around the lake, and you go to different docks and listen to live music. And so we have 6 bands lined up, starting at 3 p.m. that will play throughout the lake. From 3 to 5, we'll be featuring 3 bands, and then from 5 to around 7:15, we'll feature another 3 bands. So in that 2-hour period, you can motor around, listen to all these bands, and then the next 2-hour period, you get 3 more bands, and then head on over to Lake Malone beach area for fireworks at 7:30. So
Are you one of the bands? Are you singing? Or are you...
I am not. No.
Well, good.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's a
TJ did a
good
band.
thing. No.
So it's going to be a good
I
band.
do not have.
So-
Yeah.
It's going to be good bands, yeah.
I have
And
no
we
band.
really tried to this year, with everything going on, focus on kind of keeping it local and showcasing our local artists, since people really aren't traveling a whole lot just yet. But from 3 to 5, we're going to have 3 bands, lots of different genres. First one, Higher Praise Quartet, featuring Matt Adams and some other folks from our local community. They will be playing. Also, with that group, we'll have a couple of kids that actually go to the high school here, Cole Scott and Jackson Miller. They will be playing with Higher Praise. So with Higher Praise for that entire 2 hours, they don't have to sing for a full 120 minutes. They can take a few breaks, and Cole Scott and Jackson Miller are going to fill in there. And then we're also featuring a Backroads Bluegrass. That is actually a band based out of Logan County. And as you guys know, Lake Malone is part of it's in Muhlenberg, part of it's in Logan County. So we're glad to have them. They're going to play primarily bluegrass music, but they also do some gospel and some country as well. And then we're also featuring Yumi and Alice. They played last year. That's one of the ones we had last year. And that band has Dr. Jacob Clark in it, one of our local dentists, and they do a really great job. So those are the 3 bands from 3 to 5. And then from 5 to 7:15, we are going to have 181 South playing. That's a local favorite with a bunch of local guys in it. Eric Harper, Joe Bogus is in it as well. And we also have a local singer-songwriter in that with them as well to give them a break, and that's Jay McElwain. If I'm not mistaken, he's a teacher here.
Muhlenberg
He
County
is.
Schools is well represented
is.
so far.
It is. Well, I think Muhlenberg County just
Paul
has a lot
Barrett's
of
in
talent.
Higher Praise. Our
Yeah.
dance
Yes.
counselor. So,
So lots from the school system.
yeah.
And
Is Donna going to be in any of those?
no,
She's
I have
singing?
not
She's
checked with
not gonna-
Donna. Maybe we
should
should see if she
ask.
can sing the national anthem. I think she could open it up.
She.
I like that idea.
I do too. I
She'd have to follow it up with "Don't Stop Believing."
Right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
But,
She's a big fan of that.
I think she could do
Journey
it.
fan. Yeah. I'll check into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Have your people call her people.
I will. And then, we also are, Roy Kyle and Hot Rod Cruisers are coming back. Roy Kyle played with us last year, but this is his other band, so it's a little different. They're going to be playing classics from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, so there'll be a lot of fun. And then new this year, we're going to be featuring the Randy and Skylar Lamb Band. Randy is a very famous fiddle player out of Owensboro, and he's going to bring his daughter, who also plays the fiddle and is fantastic. And they'll also have a bass player with them. So that's our 6 bands for the lineup. Like I said, that'll be going from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. And you can travel up and down the lake, listen to bands at your
Are the
leisure.
locations set yet as far as where
They
they're going to be?
are set, and I don't have addresses, but there will be a map as soon as I get it back from the graphic designer. Check out our Facebook event and our Facebook page. It will also be on our website. Visit muhlenberg.com. All of that information will be there as well. So I don't have addresses, and they start at basically at Shady Cliff, and they run from Shady Cliff, if you're familiar with the lake, from Shady Cliff up to the beach. So in that stretch of the lake.
Up to the beach at the state park.
At the beach at the state park, yes. Yes, up to the beach at the state park. So, and then fireworks at 7:30. We're really excited to have fireworks.
And the fireworks will be in the beach area.
They will be shot from the beach. And another thing I want to remind everybody is everything is a little bit different in the world of COVID-19. So we have some guidelines that we want to put out there and that we encourage and we want everyone to follow. Number one, if you can't socially distance yourself, should be pretty easy on the boats with the family units. Please wear a mask. Make sure you bring some hand sanitizer with you so that you can sanitize your hands frequently. And again, that social distance is key. Try to maintain 6 feet between all the family units. We want folks to be on their boats, but not to necessarily get real close to one another if they can avoid it. And then I'll just remember to just be courteous to your neighbor and think about them and think about what you're doing and that sort of thing. So those are our things that we really want people to keep in mind since things are a little bit different during a global pandemic. So
Doc trot in the age of Corona.
it is. It's tough, but we're excited that if people will do those things, we get to have it.
Well,
So.
it's kind of a perfect event for that. And
It is. It
people
is.
are sort of self-contained in their own little
In their
units.
boats. They are sort of self-contained in their boats. So we're excited that since it's a boating event, that we could have it.
Yeah. Dates and time again?
Yes, September 19th. It's a Saturday. This event is weather dependent, so be sure and watch our Facebook page for updates. September 9th from 3 o'clock, starts at 3 o'clock, finale at 7:30 with the fireworks. And before we go, I want to mention our sponsors. We couldn't do what we do without them. Bob Matthews Construction is a sponsor. Clinic Pharmacies in Central City. Linnell S. Eves Realty. Logan Aluminum came on as a sponsor this year. Owensboro Health, Muhlenberg County Hospital. We're really excited to have them as a sponsor. Old National Bank, and then Shady Cliff, the marina and resort there, also helps us with the event. So we appreciate them and their time and donation to this event to make it happen.
We'll take a quick break and thank our sponsors for a moment, and we'll be right back with more with Beth Newman here on 6 Feet Apart. And welcome back to 6 Feet Apart with Sean and TJ. And big time thanks to our sponsors here at Felix Martin Hall.
Huge things.
All they do to keep us going for the past, we're starting 9 seasons now, such as it is. So, more with Beth Newman now, the tourism director here from Muhlenberg County. And we were talking about the dock trot, but a little closer to home, in the middle of the county, lots of changes there at the convention center, at the Ag Center.
Yes, we were excited to partner with our fiscal court and with the Ag Center to help them with and to install some what we would call cosmetic changes. Not really any structural design or anything like that, but if you've driven by the Ag Center in the last year, because it's coming up on a year, you've probably noticed a new addition out there. There's a big, huge LED sign out there, and we were really excited to bring that. With our help and with some sponsors as well. But in addition to putting up that sign, we've gone on the inside and made some cosmetic changes and upgraded the bathrooms and the sinks and refreshed everything with paint and replaced the treads on the steps and that sort of thing. Just so that when visitors come, because there's a ton of people pass through that facility every year. I was talking with the director, Adam Mefford, and it's a low estimate would be maybe 50,000 people a year that pass through that and all the different events that they have, from locals to people from out of town. So those improvements will hopefully give those visitors a little better experience. And so we're hoping to open the facility for the public to see those improvements. So we're hoping to schedule just a small ribbon cutting with social distance, of course, taking place outside, and people, as long as they have their mask on, can go through the facility and take a look and see some of those improvements that we've made in the upstairs and in the front with the paint and in the upgrades of the bathroom. So, again, I will mention this was another COVID-19 casualty. We had hoped to put on a special event for that, an event along with it to do donkey basketball, where you get public officials and that sort of thing.
We were so excited to see
I know,
Donna
I was
Bumps.
excited. So obviously we can't do it this year, but we
we
are
were
hoping.
going to have shirts made up and everything.
We were, well, and we are still going to do it because everybody was really sad when we canceled it. But we're going to regroup and look at having that next spring, maybe next March. So it's scheduling that. So we still want to do that for sure. Because, who doesn't want to see your local elected officials on a donkey? It's the best.
Right.
And I think, were you guys
probably more
up
so
for
than
it?
some?
No, I think Miss Bumps was the
Yes.
representative for the West Campus, and we were more than happy to let her take that charge and run with it. So,
yes, I was looking forward to seeing Miss Bumps on
ride
the
with
donkey.
it. Yeah, as it were.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed at that.
Yes, that will happen spring of 2021.
And it's been almost a year since the sign went up. Is that like
yes,
October?
It went up last fall, October.
Yeah,
I think it was October. That was before I came.
That sounds-
I've been with the Tourism Commission since November of last year.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. October,
right.
because
Yeah.
we were
Mhm.
proud to
And
be a
we-
sponsor of that, and so I think
Yes.
we were there for the ribbon
And-
cutting and all that.
Yes, and we were working on this on the inside. We had to wait till their winter event season was over, and about the time their winter event season was over, COVID-19 hit, and there's been nothing going on in there.
Yeah.
So they are starting to get events back in there with specific guidelines, but they're pretty few and far between at the moment.
It's like everything else at the moment.
Yes.
Finding new ways to
Hmm.
have events. So,
Yep. So.
Such as
Such as this.
So,
Mhm.
all right, I encourage people to check that out when it is available, and I know you'll publicize that as
Yes.
a big to do. So check out the Facebook page and the website and those things. But let's circle back around to the real reason that we really want to
Mhm.
push right now, and that's the Dock Trot coming up on September the
19th,
19th.
Saturday, September 19th, from 3 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Lake Malone. Information, follow the Muhlenberg County Tourism Commission on Facebook, and you can also go to our website, visit muhlenberg.com, and down at the bottom of the page, there's a listing of upcoming events. There's also at the very top on the far right corner, there is an event button that you can push, and it will take you straight to our events and Dock Trot.
Yep.
So thank you guys for having me. It was nice to.
Thanks for coming.
That's
It's good to have
awesome.
you back
Is
in
it?
the building.
Yes.
It's we don't see a lot of people around here these days.
Right.
Yes, I'm sure I bet you won't miss the students.
And we've had
We
to
do,
put
we really
puppets
do.
in the chairs, for
I know my
Awesome.
student misses her school and her teachers immensely.
Well, we're thankful that the teachers are being as creative as they are and finding
Yes.
ways to reach out to our students, and we
Yep.
look forward to having them back in the building. But until then, they're finding ways to get it done. So
Yep.
shout out to them.
Yep.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
All right. Well, knock on wood for that. Knock on wood for that. So, well, thanks again, Beth. It's good to see you. It's glad to have you back in tourism. You didn't get away very long.
no.
But, at least it's on a part-time basis that fits your life.
Yeah.
So, we thank you for tuning in today for another episode and for your support of 6 Feet Apart with Sean and TJ. Tune in again soon. We look forward to sharing our time with you and sharing the best that our community has to offer. Take care.
All right. Well, I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest.